Stargates have always been a topic of lore and fantasy, but now they are a veritable scientific fact. By definition, Stargate means a device that transports something passing through it to another point in the universe, usually another Stargate, in a way that bypasses the Stargates have been mentioned in our history at ancient historical sites, such as in Egypt at the Osirian. Recent discoveries have found hieroglyphs that spell out the word Stargate. And to my knowledge, Stargates have played a major role in our lost and intergalactic history. This major component of human genetics, reality, and life has been covered up, censored, and made to look like a fantasy. But the government themselves have projects and operations with the name Stargate in them, as well as operations and projects created to use interdimensional wormholes, artificial stargates, and gates. The war on Iraq, where we supposedly had weapons of mass destruction, was a war to take ancient artifacts, certain cylinder seals that had information on the Anunnaki and individuals that were told ahead of time about the upcoming flood, and also were given directions and locations of certain stargates that they could use to get off planet for just long enough until the flood was over and they could go back and reseed Earth. The local geographic area that the CIA was targeting had an abundance of these Sumerian artifacts and cylinder seals, which would provide information on how and where to access the universal stargates, which are natural to the Earth planet. Most areas where anomalies take place, like the Bermuda Triangle, or areas of high electromagnetic activity, energetic vortices, places where ley lines converge, are typically located on areas which are stargates. Most of the ancient builder sites and locations are typically built on stargates. There was a physical external stargate device that the CIA wanted to confiscate from Iraq, and during the war, they literally flew and helicoptered the massive ancient Stargate out and into their grasp. This was part of why they created the war. The territories where most wars take place are typically on areas of high Stargate volatility. There is a Stargate at the location of the Vatican. There is a Stargate at the Bermuda Triangle. These Stargates that I mention are part of the Earth's natural Stargates, which are built into the planetary Templar. So you do not need external technology to access these stargates. They are naturally occurring portals whose accessibility fluctuates throughout the year. They are multidimensional portal systems and networks that in our past, humans or human hybrids or ETs would access to travel to different locations all throughout our universe, as well as secondary gates that would allow a person to travel in seconds to different locations on our planet. There is a Stargate in Antarctica, there is one in Tibet, there is one in Hawaii and Stonehenge, one in Iraq, and one in Israel, and lastly one in Eight at Giza. One of the biggest hidden secrets was that certain humans were literally physical walking stargates. They were their own gates, this being a part of their multidimensional anatomy. And there are more. And this is the first episode to my Stargate series on intergalactic history.